Okay? Let's do it.
Let's make one thing clear. This is not Fable. You can try to defend this by mentioning how this is a reboot. Save your breath. It doesn't matter. Reboot or not, this is Fable in name only. The way I look at it, this is another reboot created by people who don't understand what Fable actually is. I wouldn't be surprised if the people involved with this game never actually played previous Fable games. For context, I'm a big Fable fan. I played and beat in all the mainline Fable games several times. Even Fable Anniversary. Now I didn't bother with the Kinect game or Xbox Arcade games. And after Fable Anniversary, I was hoping we would get a Fable 4, but we didn't get that. To my understanding, that was cancelled. Instead, Microsoft wanted Fable to be a games as a service with Fable Legends, but they cancelled that and closed down Lionhead Studios, which seemed to serve as the end of the Fable series. Years later, we received an obligatory CGI trailer that really just revealed a new Fable was coming. What exactly it would look like was uncertain, but we did know it was being made by Playground Games. Inexplicably, Microsoft assigned a studio that makes racing games to create a new Fable game. After a few years of silence at the 2023 Xbox Showcase, we saw what is supposed to be Fable. But all I saw was some woke trash with what may or may not be a woman. It's hard to tell because Western studios love making ugly female characters and think everyone wants to play as these uninspired mongrel abominations that some overweight blue-haired Tumblr fembot troglodyte probably came up with. I bet the main character in the trailer was modeled after a real woman and was purposely made to look less attractive compared to their real-life counterparts, because we know Western studios love making female characters unappealing despite modeling them after real-life people who are usually actually attractive. Just go ask Neil Druckmann. This game looks nothing like Fable. It looks like another medieval fantasy game with no style. I remember the previous Fable games had vibrant locations. You had characters ranging from outlandish, quirky characters to dark, mysterious denizens. It had a cartoony design that was distinct. Character models usually had large heads and oversized hands and feet, with some surprisingly beautifully designed armor, clothing, and weapons, bringing together a notable, distinctive look to the series. But with this new Fable, that unique style seems to be absent. It's lacking that stylized and iconic look that drew people into the original Fable series. If anything, this new Fable looks generic. Will the Guild be in this new Fable? Or additions like Demon Doors, the Arena, Oakville, or Bowerstone? What about the Guildmaster, Whisper, Maze, or Jack of Blades? Will there be anything from the original series? Because it seems unlikely. And how are they going to sell people on this game? Are they going to promote how diverse Fable is as a way to avoid criticism? Or will we be called sexist or incels for pointing out how ugly this main character looks? Get ready to hear the incoming flurry of preemptive ad hominem from the journalists and the developers. I'm sure a few people will run to this game's defense and say,
well, actually, you can customize your character and pick a male character if you want. But in my opinion, this default character looks just fine.
And to that, I would say, shut your dumb ass up. We know this is the character they really want us to play as. It's the same with Saints Row 2022. You know, another reboot that had little to no resemblance with the games before it, and it featured a hideous looking default main character that was all over promotional material despite being able to create your own character. And for what I know, there hasn't been any new information on this game. I could be wrong, and if I am, then let me know and provide a link to the info. But for now, we just have this mediocre abomination of a trailer to go off of, and I'm sure a few clowns will interject saying such non-points as,
you do know this is just one trailer, and the game isn't even out yet. It's too early to judge, so why are you so negative?
They will say dumb shit like that. It will be the same clowns praising this trailer all over social media and making reaction videos with them holding their head, hand over their mouth, eyes bulging out, or their mouth wide open. If it's too early to say anything negative about a trailer deliberately made to cause a reaction, then it's too early to praise this game after this trailer. Pick one and stick with it, corporate slaves. Either way, it's undeniable how ass this game looks. Visually, it's fine. If this trailer really is in-game engine, and if it doesn't get a downgrade by the next time we get another look at it, but other than that, this game does not look like Fable. This looks like Jack and the Beanstalk meets ESG. Notice the similarities this Fable game has with South of Midnight and Clockwork Revolution. Then go look up ESG and see how Microsoft is involved. Look at all the games made by Western studios over the last few years. Notice the similarities and put the pieces together. It's all by design and it's absolutely abysmal. This new Fable game looks like it will be the drizzling shits. And if you were excited for this game based on this trailer or by the fact that Fable is simply returning, then you need to raise your standards, because I've seen games that have been cancelled look better than this. Microsoft killed Fable and should have just left it buried, because now they're going to kill it again. And with it releasing day one on Game Pass, the writing's on the wall for this doomed release. It tells us all what we need to know about how unremarkable this new Pheno, aka this Fable in name only, will be.
Banker.
Whoa, put her back in. She's not done yet.